in Icarus, going out into the snow can actually be pretty deadly if you don't come prepared. As you can see, storms can just pop up out of nowhere. It gets cold. You've got to worry about the cold, the exposure rate, polar bears, all of that. So I created this simple Arctic survival base, and this is the upgraded form. Now, you can see, even though I'm actually in the drop armor, this is still beyond the level that it will actually hold out. So you want to actually have shelter when you go in to these types of biomes that is easy to set up and break down. Now, survival bases are basically designed to be brought out as, generally wood and then upgraded on site to stone or your other preferred material. As you can see, the inside of it is quite large. It's actually got a second floor that can be easily converted into a greenhouse or anything else you need, or just used for storage. Now, with that, I'll go outside. Now, the flat front area is so that you can actually look out the windows and easily see anything coming towards you. I upgraded to a sloped roof this time because the actual slope, as you can see, the snow is not building up as much as on a flat roof. And that actual snow does have weight to it. So you don't want to have too much snow build up on your roof because it can start to collapse it. If you do see that your roof is beginning to have cracks or something in it, you could just simply come up here, clean it off with your shovel. Very simple. And since you can literally just run right up the side, very easy going. As a bonus, that flat front, you can just walk up, put that down. If you crouch, you can walk right up to the side here and just use this entire area to make sure any animal can't get near your base. So it gives you a nice protection from the elements, from animals. Easy to repair, easy to build. And with that, let's look at actually what you need to build it. You need about 40 wooden beams. You always want to carry a few extra, just in case one disappears. For the first floor and roof, you need 21 roofs, 20 floors, 13 walls, and 8 angled. For the second floor, you need another 20 and 2. Now, that's to give you a little bit of bonus materials in case you need it. Now, let's start with the actual... What I like to do is, I'll get a nice spot like this. Using page up and page down, you can actually move the pillar up and down. I like to get it just outside. Then once I get the first 2 down, I put a 4. Now, the reason I actually do this is much easier to figure out the direction of. You can often make a weird slant if you don't have another thing, especially in the whiteness of the snow. So this is a 5x4 building, so you just simply, because now with the snap ability, as you can see, each of my pillars are just going. And there we go. I got 5 already. And this is it. That's all you gotta do. It's very simple, just putting them down. Now, in the snow, you definitely don't want to skimp on support. As I said, that snow has weight. So it can cause, you don't want 30 seconds of support beams to not have that to cost you, hours of actual materials getting spilled out onto the ground. Then I simply switch to the floor. I generally like starting with the front walls here. Now, like I said, the front of this building, you can decide what it looks like. You can have no windows, complete and total, giant windows. You can put the door anywhere you choose. It really doesn't matter. But once I've got that done, I just switch over to my roof piece. Go to the pitched roof. Now, because of those pillars underneath the floor here, as you can see, this roof is yellow here. But because of these pillars below, you can actually come straight over to this area. See how it's still blue? You've now got a good green roof. That means that this area is going to hold weight way better. You're not going to have any issues with those storms. Give it a little extra reinforcement. It doesn't really need this part, but Icarus is subject to change. I'd much rather have a little bit extra reinforcement. Then all you do is come in with the walls. And then there you go. You've got an actual area now that you can sit in. You can actually begin building the secondary floor. Or you can just leave it for later. This way you've got a nice little base. I mean, it's 22. It goes up to about 27 inside. So not a huge difference, but with the actual wind outside and everything like that, it is a huge one. Then to do the upper floor, also, for those that don't know it, the way I actually just destroyed that instantly, I hit the letter key Y. It actually returns the item back into your inventory. Now, I generally like keeping this in line with my front door. There, now I've got a nice half stairs. Can run up, do anything here. I can put some forges down. I still have a few extra fours just in case of emergency. Let's say a wolf comes in and starts chewing its way through. But overall, that's it. That's how simple it is. You've now, in the course of a few minutes, built your base, got it set up. You can actually begin moving in. You can bring in a masonry bench, begin replacing this all with stone, making it a permanent structure. Or you can just flat out break it down. If you don't need this much space, you could just literally chop off a few pieces. Like, let's say I don't need these. I could just simply use the exact same build pieces, change the design layout to make it a smaller base. Just come in one. And that is one of the nice things about a kind of expandable base. Need less space or more space, you can just flat out build it. And with that, I hope this helps you deal with Icarus in the Arctic. And I hope y'all have a lovely time exploring this beautiful game.